Well, good evening. I hope you're having a nice drive home tonight. Sunny skies across the Lansing area, and we are here with our Mid-Michigan Business Wrap Show. My name is Michael Patrick Shields. Normally you hear me in the morning from 5:30 till 9, and on Wednesdays from 5:30 till 10, because the last hour is our morning edition of the Mid-Michigan Business Wrap. This is our afternoon edition. We are still in the Gillespie Group storefront studio on the Avenue of Michigan, right across from the baseball stadium, just a couple blocks from the Capitol. And the furniture brought to you by Corporate Office Interiors. You can go to corporateofficeinteriors.com today and get them to come to your place. Tomorrow, also find this show. Again, if you want to listen to it, take notes, touch base with someone else, it's spotlightmm.com, and you can find out all about our panel. Write to them, connect with them right here at spotlightmm.com. We are going to meet our panel now, and we're going to go around the table so that you can hear their voices, and then once we start really brainstorming, you'll know who they are, and we'll start around this round table on my left.
Good morning, Cheryl Freeborough, Freeborough Automotive, Hyundai of Lansing, and I just want to remind everybody that it is the time to winterize your vehicle. And, I'm always on the morning show, so I'm used to saying good morning, and it's afternoon, so what a switch.
Yeah. What does that
for
mean,
us?
winterize your vehicle?
You want to make sure that your antifreeze is up to the right amount so that you don't have any problems with that. Even your windshield washer fluid, make sure that it's winterized enough so that it doesn't freeze when it comes out of the spouts. It actually helps clean your windshield. Mm-hmm. Tires are really important for the winter, and we are great. We are great at selling tires. We're very competitive. But there are many cars that you actually swap out summer and winter tires now.
Oh, really?
Nowadays, still. So making sure that your tires are good in the winter weather because of the slippery roads and everything. So there's a whole winterization package you can do, and we do all makes and models at the Hyundai store. So
Can you tell if the battery is getting ready to go? It seems like when your battery goes, it starts up one day and then you come out the next day and then...
That's Scott Farragon from Cartridge World there with a very good question. Can you tell when your battery's getting low?
Your battery can be tested, and they can make recommendations for you based on the testing that they do. But we do that all the time too. And that may be, and I should have a list, but that may be part of the winterization program, is to make sure that everything's working right for you.
I want to say congratulations to you. Maybe you have heard this story, maybe not, but apparently the Highway Traffic Safety Administration is upping the safety levels for their rating because technology is so much better now. They figure they need new standards because things are better. So they tested 34 cars.
Mm-hmm. And trucks.
And trucks. You know this
It's
then.
a mixture. Yes,
2 cars of the 34 got the 5-star rating. Only 2.
the overall rating.
One of them was the BMW 5 Series.
Mm-hmm.
The other,
the Hyundai Sonata.
it did.
Yes, it did. And we're really proud of that. A lot of people that were rated low are complaining about the new tests, but obviously I think they're terrific. So we're very, but I'm not surprised. Hyundai's very much interested in safety and the quality of the cars. They're changing their image because their image wasn't always up like it is now.
Yeah.
And so this is a part of what they're really wanting to do for people. So
well, from what I understand is the tests are even tougher now, right?
Yeah,
so this
they've gotten
even
much tester. This is a new test this year for 2011. And that's why I say some people are complaining that it's overboard. Obviously, I'm not, because
Right,
we rated
exactly.
really well. And if it is overboard, good. It should be. And to come out 5-star overall in an overboard test is really something to be proud of. And
That's
to be
very
compared to a
good,
BMW,
yeah.
I think, is another positive thing for us.
I drove a Sonata for the first and only time yesterday.
Yes.
And I really thought it was luxurious. And you're going to laugh. I was over at Douglas J, and I came out, and there was a lady standing looking at the sticker on the window. And then she got a little embarrassed because I walked up. I didn't know what she was doing there. She says, "Oh, I'm just looking at your car. My lease is coming to an end, and I'm thinking about what to do next." And I said, "Well, look at that." And I opened up the doors, and let her look inside and everything, and talked all about it. And she was amazed at the sticker price. I think it was $28,000. And she said the comparable Buick, for instance, was 36, something
Yes.
like that.
And this is the one you're driving is a limited. It is top of the line.
At
And it's got-
28,000.
At 28,000. Yes, that's another thing Hyundai is very, very careful of. They want their product out in the public, and they're not making a lot of money on their vehicles. They're keeping the pricing very competitive. It's something they work very hard on. That's one reason they don't build a pickup truck, because pickup trucks are very expensive to build properly, and they wouldn't be able to put it at a price point that they feel they could be competitive enough because they're so expensive to build. They would actually lose money building pickup trucks.
Isn't that weird? Wouldn't you think pickup trucks would be less expensive because it's like half a
Seems
car?
like that way, doesn't it?
Just to me.
Right.
Do you think
No.
they're so expensive because they put so many luxury items in them? I mean, I remember when my dad had a pickup truck when I was a kid, and it was bare bones crank windows.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Maybe part of that is that today, but there's so much safety that goes into the trucks now as a
That's
totally
true.
different platform. You can build a car on the same, many different kinds of cars on the same platform. Trucks are more specific, and I think that the safety is probably more difficult as well. And all the components that go into a truck with the suspensions and everything it has to have, I think that's the difficult part.
Speaking of cars and colors, by the way, that's the fanciest $28,000 car I've ever been in. And one of the
Yes,
things I
it
really
is.
like is when you go backwards, you have that little screen that shows what's behind you when
Isn't
you're
that
backing
fun?
up, and the little
Yes.
grid. I really could get used to that.
Yeah.
Very nice. The 10th straight year. Do you know the most popular color for cars? Anybody know this answer? Silver. Yeah, maybe you heard it this morning.
This morning, right?
Why do you think silver's got 31%?
Yeah,
And it's
silver's-
rising.
Yeah, silver surprises me a little. I guess white. I like white, but and black is popular.
Black,
So
yeah.
silver was a little bit of a surprise to me.
Silver number 1, black and white number 2, and then you get red.
Okay, reds, yeah. that's
And
a
then
hard
you
part.
go down to the natural tones like brown and tan and gold and orange and yellow. And green is dead last.
And where's blue?
Oh, blue
No.
is behind black and white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the way, you brought me a gray or silver car to
So I
drive.
did.
And I'm going to test this one out now. This is the Mustang convertible.
This is a Ford Mustang convertible, a 2009, 43,800 miles. And this morning, when my husband was waving goodbye, he said, "Boy, is that car cheap." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "Because it's priced right." That's how we do it.
$15,000
Yeah,
for a Mustang convertible.
right. And
Great
it's
looking gray
beautiful. I
car.
drove it home and back, and I was just really impressed. It's got new tires on it. When we reconditioned it, it was a trade-in. And reconditioning means we go through the car, we do a 150-point inspection to make sure everything's working properly. It only cost $800 to recondition that car.
Because it was in such good
Because
shape.
it was in good shape. And those are the kinds of cars we keep. I mean, you can look at a car and have $3,000 of reconditioning, which isn't unusual. And you've got to decide whether you can afford to keep it or not. So the cars we keep because they're affordable, they're in good shape, because we do recondition everything. We don't fix half of it. This isn't a budget lot vehicle so much, but we do repair everything on it to make sure it's a good quality.
Well, if you want to take it away from me,
Mm-hmm.
if I were your husband, I'd be crying seeing that car go away, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
cry when it goes away too. But just contact Cheryl at Hyundai of Lansing, and it's $15,000 for the snazziest Mustang convertible you've ever seen. But I'll have it for the moment.
You're going to have it
And as soon as somebody wants it,
until somebody wants it.
it's gone.
Yes.
But I'll test drive it between now and then. Real quickly, Buick's going to make a compact car, huh? They're going to make it in Michigan, the Buick
Yeah.
Verano. Isn't that kind of weird?
That seems real strange.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Chevy has compact cars. I don't know why they compete with themselves. That surprises me a little bit. You think they go to a different level of vehicle instead of trying to compete with their other brands. So that's a little surprising to me.
Next, Bob Headland.
Next is Bob Headland from Headland Plumbing. That is correct. And I was going to open up, I wanted to carry over a little bit with the colder weather coming in, carry over from this morning's show, is the fact that there's a lot of people out scamming right now. And it doesn't matter, we talked about mechanical, but there's also in the plumbing and the electrical. And I wanted to make people aware that if you go to the state of Michigan's website, michigan.gov/BCC license, stands for Bureau Construction Code License. If you go to that website, you can put in a person's name, you can put in the company, and verify, number one, that they're licensed for the industry that they're running down the road. Because some of these guys, some you see on the side of the road, painting, carpentry, I mean, you name it, and then they're listing plumbing, electrical, everything. They need to be licensed in each individual and carry contractor's license in each individual field. There's
Isn't
not a
it-
generic.
Isn't it also important that they're insured?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You want to follow up on that. Usually, if they have a contractor's license and they're licensed to be in business in that trade, you do have to have insurance to
Good.
be able to stay as a licensed contractor. So that is something that you do want to watch for. There's a lot of people just they're going around the backdoor avenues, all that, knocking door to door. They don't have the cell phone is on the side of the truck. They don't have an actual business location. Just need to really be careful of that.
Well, it's a much better to take the time ahead of time to make sure you're getting the proper service than
Know
to be
who you're
sorry
calling.
afterwards, right?
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
maybe they won't return your calls after the problem happens.
Yep.
Eh?
And then lots of times they don't even really have a set business in place, but then they're going to want a large deposit up front before they start the work, and that's another red flag is to watch that because they could get the deposit and they're gone.
Next.
This is actually, Bob. This is probably in windows and roofing right now
Absolutely.
too, with the tax credits that
All
are
of it.
available.
Yep. Yep.
He's Craig Godfrey, Godfrey Weisberg, CPAs and Advisors, watching your money. We're going to talk with him about a very serious tax issue as soon as we get back. And at third base,
Scott Farragon from Cartridge World.
Half Price Inc.
Yes, sir.
in West Lansing and also in
And
Okemos.
in Okemos as
And you
well.
deliver too.
We do. To all of our business clients, come out, no extra charge.
Cartridge World, Scott Farragon. And the Okemos location's been open how long now?
5 years. Will be 6 years in February.
Where does the time go?
I
huh?
know. I'm thinking the same thing.
Congratulations,
Thank
though.
you.
Glad to hear. 18 after the hour. We're back with more of the Mid-Michigan Business Rat. SpotlightMM.com is where you can find us online.